Positive energy all the time. Rise and shine. I hope everybody is doing great. Good to see you. Much love and respect to everyone. Here we go. You know how we do represent your city. I am representing Chicago, Illinois. Shout out to everybody on Facebook, Kick, Twitch, and YouTube. We got Greenville in the building. Brother Dexter, salute, salute. We got Fresno in the building. Salute to Rastaman. Everybody come on in, come on in. I thought I'd start the day off with a little advice. Salute to my brother More Power, representing San Jose. Just a little bit of advice. Just a little bit of advice. We got Miami in the building. We got Atlanta, Georgia in the building. Much respect to my brother Charles. Hope you're doing great, bro. I hope you all are doing great. I always wish positive things on everybody. Those that support, those that don't support, I still wish the best for you all. I never wish anything bad on people. We got Orlando in the building, nice city. We got Vernon, Texas in the building. I'm going to talk about gossip. Whatever you do, avoid gossip and avoid gossiping. Gossip is a no-no. Brothers, you don't gossip too much. Some do. Ladies, stop gossiping, please. Stop it. Gossiping is a horrible habit. Horrible. Horrible, horrible. Okay, much love, Charles. I see somebody there with the little baby. You know, Pharaoh loves babies. How is PJ? I'm not sure how PJ is doing. I haven't talked to him. Right? I don't gossip over here. I be having a lot of knowledge over here, a variety of conversations, and I do not gossip. If I do mention somebody, it's for a purpose of learning, but I don't do gossip. For example, this live is not about gossip. So yeah, I don't do gossip. I do a variety of content. I could get a lot more views if I gossip. That's for sure. So I could get a lot more views. What's your name? Black Light Master. You just have some type of negative energy against me, so you're just making stuff up rather than watch something else. That's another thing. Don't mess with people like Black Light Master that don't like you, but watch you. You have to watch people that watch you but don't like you. So people like Black Light Master, if you know people like that in your life, get away from them. Because if you were standing on something, you wouldn't pay attention to anything that you did not like. So people like Black Like Master, stay away from people like that, because I would never subscribe or watch anything he has to say. So the fact that he's watching me like that tells you what type of person you're dealing with. He's not really just hating, he's just trolling. He's just trolling. And it's good he came over another learning lesson. So it's good Black Like Master came to show you on what not to do. If there's somebody you don't agree with, there's somebody you don't like, especially young brothers, my young brothers, if there's somebody you don't like, stay away from them. Don't go around them. Don't be involved with their circle, and definitely don't mention them. So stay away from them. When you see people like that, stay away from them. Now, I just put them on timeout. I don't know how long, but if I got mods in here, put them on timeout until tomorrow. Don't talk about them because, don't stoop to that level. Let him keep coming over, clicking and watching. And if he doesn't behave himself, then we just block him till the next day. And if he wants to come every day and get blocked and not behave, that's on him. It's his time, and if he doesn't mind wasting it, doesn't bother me. But yeah, gossip is not good. That's why my content, sometimes I don't make a lot of content because I don't do gossip. I will report information on people, but there's a big difference between news and gossip. So I do news that will include information about people, but it's basically news. But I don't do gossip. I don't do the gossip in my daily life. I don't. That's why I'm not on the phone much. I don't talk on the phone much. If you call me on the phone, you have to be talking about something you're doing, something like that. I don't really want to hear about nobody else. I don't do trolling. I don't do trolling either. I don't do any of that feminine, like Black Like Master. I don't do trolling. I don't do any of that. I don't do trolling. I don't click on or follow people I don't like on social media to let them know I don't like them. I don't do any of that type of stuff. You can believe that Black Like Master gossips because why would you watch me if you don't like my content? So it just shows your character right there. Open and closed case, right? As far as my son PJ go, I don't know what's going on with PJ. I haven't been really dealing with PJ that much because he's been misbehaving, and he gets sent to me sometime to straighten him out. But I have to like leave him with his mother because she's got to do that. I can't really help him until she's standing on something. So I haven't been talking to PJ or checking on PJ too much. He's got to figure it out. He's got to get his grades up. He's got to listen to his mother. He's got to get good grades and do what he got to do. And I'm just grandfather. That's his father and his mother. When I was coming up, my father never had to do anything with my children, nor neither did my mother. My children, me and their mother do everything. We don't put the grandparents in problems with the children. Problems with the children is between me and the child's mother. That's it. We don't pass the problems down. We won't even mention the problems unless we're mentioning it for the grandparents to not do anything nice for you. So if I do tell my father that one of his grandchildren is acting up, that's so my father won't reward them. Daddy don't reward him. He doesn't deserve a reward, or don't reward her. She doesn't deserve any reward. But I don't run back and forth to my parents over my children because I step on my children when they get out of line. It don't go far. When my children act up at school, that only lasts between school and the first 30 minutes I get around them. After 30 minutes, that's over with. That's how I do. After our 30-minute confrontation, we didn't put that baby to rest. And somebody gonna go to school the next day and act like they got some sense. I don't kick the can down the road because to allow your children to be disruptive is to really be a horrible parent and really be adding to the destruction of your own children because you're allowing your children to be failures, which is exactly what they're going to do. Because a child that never obeys, never knows how to behave, doesn't know how to be courteous or anything like that, how is that child going to keep a job? That child is going to always irritate their supervisor or their boss at the job. They're going to always irritate the hires up at the job. They're going to always get fired. They're going to always get laid off. They're not going to be able to hold a job. You can't hold a job if you're disrespectful. You're not courteous. You're not polite. You can't hold a job like that. You can't hold a job like that. So today I'm going to talk about gossip. Gossip don't, keep your mouth shut. Don't be trying to repeat and talk about what somebody else did, what somebody else said, and all of this. Not to your other friends, not to your relatives, and definitely not to your mate. Now, venting is different. Venting, and information about a person while you're venting, that's accepted. My woman comes home from work, somebody at work been doing crazy stuff, affecting her day at work. She want to come and tell me about Cassandra do this, Cassandra do that. Cassandra's always saying a little funny stuff, or supervisors. That's accepted because that's not gossip. That's reporting a real issue that's causing some type of stress in their life, even could be causing problems with their actual income and their job. So that's not gossiping. Gossiping is telling me what somebody else did, what somebody else said that has no purpose. You know, I have, a woman, they like gossipy shows. And, they're grown, so I can't tell them don't enjoy their gossipy shows. And so they like watching, Housewives and Married to Medicine. I don't know what any of the new ones is because I'm single now. But when I was in relationships, you know, they'll watch that stuff. And it's like 3D television because I enjoy watching them watch it and watching them respond to it. I don't have any problem with that. And usually because I'm there and I see it, they don't talk about it because I seen it when they seen it. But if it's a situation where they watch something and I'm not there, I don't want my woman to come telling me what nobody did on no social media. I don't want to know what Christy did or Sandy did or Candy did or Andy did. That is irritating to me. I don't want to hear that. Not at all. I got a brethren that we've been brethren for a long time. I had to cut him off because somewhat I was like a psychiatrist to him, so I tolerated certain things. But it got to the point where, you know, it was irritating me. And I can't help you psychologically if you're damaging me psychologically. Much respect to Young World. Y'all support the channel. Hit the super chat, CashApp, Venmo, PayPal, and support the channel. So, you know, I couldn't help him because the gossip was getting to be too much. And it's like we grown men. And when I talk to you, I'm trying to talk to you like brethren. I'm trying to find out what's going on with you. I'm not trying to find out what's going on with, you know, Curly, Mo, and Larry. I'm just calling you to talk to you to see how you doing. Now, every time you get on the phone, you got all these people name in your mouth. First off, how can I process that information? You know, how can I process that information? Oh yeah, who's fighting? Put it in the chat. I might watch one of them. You know, how can I process that information? If you get on the phone and you gossiping, okay, what am I supposed to do with that information? You gotta give me some information I could do something with. You ever been on the phone with a woman and she's telling you what Candy and all these people did on these reality shows, and you listening, and she's like, Candy, I can't believe she's leaving her husband. So you just don't say nothing. They're not really having a great conversation because they're saying a bunch of stuff where if you're a man, there is no response. So you're not really having a conversation. It's a one side. You're just talking because you're not saying anything that is going to get a response. What do you want me to say? So sometimes they'll do that and then they'll run out of steam. And so when they run out of steam, they say, oh yeah, I might watch David. I might watch Devin. I might watch Devin. I might watch Devin Haney. He's got a big name. I might do that one. I might be live over here with Devin Haney. So they'll be like, this one. Then they run out of steam. Then the phone just be quiet. And they might say something like, say something. And I'm like, say what? You drove this conversation down a dead-end street. You talked about something that it's really time to get off the phone, to be honest with you. Because you haven't said nothing that allows a comeback, that allows me to get into this conversation. This is a dead-end conversation. I'm being polite because I'm thinking the hell with Candy and them. I'm trying to get my own bread. I'm trying to make lunch. I'm trying to work out. Like I got things I'm trying to accomplish and do. I've got a book coming out. So I'm not really interested in what somebody else is doing, to be honest with you. And then most time these people don't have their life together. Most gossipers don't have themselves together because their mind is on everybody else except they self. Ladies, your girlfriend that's always gossiping, I guarantee you 85% of the time she don't have herself together. She'll gossip with you July and August, and then September tell you about how her landlord trying to put her out. And okay, and you like, so all this been going on while you've been on the phone talking about everybody else. You've been having trouble with your rent. You've been having trouble with your bills. You've been having all these problems. But every time I talk to you, you've been gossiping about everybody else. And it's not until the boo-boo hit the fan, now all of a sudden you want to tell me about this problem that you've been had these last 3 months while you've been gossiping about everybody else. And you gossiping about people doing better than you, which really irritates me. It really irritates me when I'm on the phone with a female talking about some reality star that got paid how much an episode. They got paid how much an episode. How much you getting paid for talking about them? You talking about them for free. They on the TV acting a fool for they getting paid to act a fool. They getting paid to beef and squabble and have conflict. That's organized confusion. Yours is unorganized confusion. And you telling me about somebody, you know what I mean? And don't got yourself together. Get yourself together, people. Focus on you. What's up with your health? How's your blood pressure? What about your weight? What about your stomach? Is it too big? Is it hanging over? Because I got a little flab on my side I'm trying to get rid of. So I ain't really got time to worry about what you're doing. I'm trying to hit these weights, get this workout, resculpture my body, give me some abs and give me some muscles. Now, to the content creators that's posting everything going on. Now, I respect them because they making money. They not gossiping. They posting the news. Sally fell down the stairs and broke her arm. She a goofy. Boom, that's news. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with all of the content creators that is posting everybody's business. I'm cool with that. Because I'm cool with seeing what's going on with everybody. It doesn't, I don't have a problem with clicking on and you telling me what's going on with somebody. You telling me who went to jail, who got a divorce. I don't got no problem with seeing it. I feel like the people that post it, I feel like they doing a service to the community. Because you letting us know who got divorced, who broke up, who was in a fight, Ja Rule got punched in the face and all that. Cool. My problem is for me to see you showing me Ja Rule got punched in the face, and then I pick up the phone. What's up, dude? You heard about Ja Rule got punched in the face? That's gossiping. That's gossiping. The initial person that reported that Ja Rule got beat up, that's not gossiping. Gossiping is when I hear you tell me, then I jump on the phone. Man, you seen that? Ja Rule got punched in your face. Ja Rule got punched in your face. That's gossiping. I'm not doing that part. I'm not doing that. I seen it. He got beat up. Hey, when you call me, I don't feel like that's valuable information. Now, I could see you saying, did you hear about Ja Rule getting beat up? I don't consider that gospel. I'm like, yeah, he got smacked in his stuff. But then we're going to move on. We're not going to go round and around. We're not going to do, here we go round in circles. Here we go around with your head up in the sky. We're not going to do that. Boom, you said, did I see it? Yeah, I seen it. Here, Goofy. Anyway, let's move on. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on. You just let me know that's news. You just giving me the news. Okay, cool. It's a difference between reporting the news and gossiping. I don't mind you reporting the news. I don't mind you telling me what happened to somebody. Cool. It's when you want to get into the details, what happened to them and why it happened to them, and they should have did this and they should have. All right. Now you're doing too much. Now you're doing too much. Gossiping is very unhealthy. Let me tell you something. To the young people, keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Because the less you say, the better you're going to do business-wise in this world. Always remember, you can't trust nobody. Young people, listen to me. Keep your mouth shut. Don't you let nobody trick you out your position, because a person will come to you and they'll say, Larry and Candy be out here doing bogus stuff. You'll say, Larry and Candy foul. Larry and Candy some goofies. Larry and Candy should sit their clown ass down. That person will go back to Larry and Candy and tell them, Pharaoh said y'all some goofies. Facts. They will not tell them people that they the ones brought them up. They'll bring them up. Y'all know I ain't lying. They will bring up somebody to you. All you do is respond. They go back and tell the response as if the response was the original conversation. They got the people thinking that you started the conversation. I swear to God, they'll do you like that. They will go back and tell the same people that they brought up, they'll leave their part out and make it sound like you initiate the conversation about, I swear to God, and ruin your relationship with these people that you ain't even got nothing to do with none of this. Now you got to be like, I didn't say that. They said it first. Bad people will do that. If you want to be successful, you don't know nothing. You don't see nothing. You go to work. They tell you the supervisor this, the supervisor that. You say, oh, yeah, and you don't say nothing. Nothing. Keep your mouth closed and you won't get caught like a fish in the sea. Keep your mouth closed. Don't you let nobody's name come out of your mouth so you can move around freely and not get caught up. Because people will get you caught up. I'm telling you, they'll get you caught up. They'll run away business and run away relationships. They'll run them away. You had a relationship with this person. You might even been doing business with them. Somebody that came gossiping about them, you respond, they go tell them, you lose your business relationship with them because this person can't talk about them and you said something, and they're gonna go tell everybody what you said. You don't say nothing. You say, oh yeah? For real? Wow. Oh yeah? For real? Wow. That's what you say. Y'all listen to Big Pharaoh. That's what you say. Brothers and sisters, when somebody on there gossip about somebody, you say, oh yeah? For real? Mm-mm-mm. Wow. That's what you say. That's all you say. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. For real? Wow. And you wait for a little spot, and then you use the black people's favorite word. What's our favorite word? What we do when we want to flip the script? Anyway, what's been going on with you? Y'all got to learn how to use anyway. Anyway. This is black culture. I'm teaching y'all real black culture. When somebody on the wrong track talking, you wait till a little space comes and you hit them with the anyway, what's up with you? Anyway, that's the black, this go way back. This go way back to like 1990. 1990 is the birth of the, well, anyway, what's been going on with you? Just turn the car with the anyway. Hit them with the anyway. Use the anyway. Just be quiet. Wait for a space. As soon as you get a space, when they get through running off at their mouth, trying to get you caught up in all the jibber jabber, you hit them with. So anyway, what's been going on with you? They know what anyway mean. It mean like, I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Basically, okay. Anyway, what else is going on besides that foolishness? You know what I'm saying? This is real black culture. I got to keep black culture alive. Anyway is your escape route. Don't say nothing. Wait for a little space and then hit them. Hit them with the anyway. That's what we do. We just wait. And he like, and Gerald ain't this, and so ain't that, and man, and Keith, man, trying to get you to bite. They trying to get you to bite. Yeah, when somebody get on, especially when they gossiping about somebody that y'all both know, don't you say nothing about the job, people y'all know. Don't say nothing. I got somebody used to be a friend. I had to get rid of him. There was a dude. He did some little shady stuff. He was his friend first. Then I met him. Me and dude was really good friends. That's his real good friend. Cool. I'm not going to tell you don't be friends with dude. But dude did some snake stuff. You know I don't mess with him. Why every time I'm talking to you on the phone, you keep bringing him up? See, I had to get rid of dude because it's like there's a whole bunch of things to talk about. You want to keep bringing up somebody you know I don't like, I don't deal with. I'm taking it like you playing with me. I'm not in the streets no more, so I just don't talk to him no more. I went off on him and hung up, never talked to him since. In the streets. If I was in the streets. And he kept bringing up duty, no, I don't like. I would I can't say, but I would invite him to go somewhere. Hey man, let's go to the club. That's how that would have went. Because now I gotta put you in the same lane as dude. If I, you know what I'm saying? If I catch dude, you want to keep bringing up dude. So now y'all the same to me. And now you a problem. You a problem. And if we out here doing dirt, you know too much, so I can't just cut you off. I just cut them off now because I ain't doing no dirt. But if I'm doing dirt and cut them off, He might be a snitch. Next thing you know, my dough get kicked in. This why you got to stay out the streets. When my book come out, there's a whole plethora of conversations I have been avoiding until I finish this book, which I'm going to be out of town soon writing, probably for about 3 months. So I'll be going live from somewhere else. But yeah, I just had to cut him off because if I'm talking to you and I know you don't like John, I'm not going to bring John up. I'm not, if I know you don't like John, even though I'm dealing with John, out of respect to you, I'm not going to keep mentioning somebody that you felt did you wrong or you don't get along with. I'm just not going to bring that up out of respect. Out of respect to you. So we got another friend. I told him about that situation. Y'all don't mess with dude because he keep bringing up dude. Boom, I told you that. So the next time I seen him, he brought up dude that I told him I don't mess with dude because he messing with dude. So when he brought up dude, I just was like, oh yeah. I think he got the message. Because now I'm looking at him. If you keep bringing up dude, I'm going to have to cut you off too. Because it's going to be the hell with dude, and dude. All three of you dudes. Because I already told you I don't mess with dude. Talk about something else. I'm over here to check on you. Why we can't focus on you, your health, what I'm doing to check on you, what I got going on, what you got going on, what's going on with my children, what's going on with your children, stuff like that. It ain't no way it's going to be ready by February because I'm going to be I'm going to tell y'all all the details about writing a book because I'm not just writing a book. I'm starting a publishing company. I'm doing the publishing and everything. So it's all from rooter to the tutor. Because it's something I'll leave to my children. I won't only leave them the book, but I'll leave them the movie deal from the book. And I also leave them the publishing company to publish our own books. So I'm going through a whole learning experience. I'm not just writing a book. I jumped into something that I don't know nothing about. So I'm not just writing a book. I'm going through a whole learning experience and writing a book, which is what I would advise y'all to do. Jump into something new. Have a goal, work on it, and learn what it takes to work on it. Because it might take you, let's say it take you 1 year to do that. Once you do that, the next one's going to take 6 months, 3 months. Because once you get the process. So right now, it's going to take a minute because the process, I got to get the process. The process is going to take a minute. This is my first book. I'm writing myself. It's got to be, and also, it's not like nobody else's book either. That's another thing. Or I would have been finished. If this was like a lot of people's book, it'd be finished. Nah, this is different. This is a whole different way of writing and everything. This is a masterpiece. So it's not going to happen fast. It's off the chain. I'm basically writing 2 books and putting them together. So it's like my life story, but it's not my life story. It's the lessons within my life story. Right now, I'm just doing the first part, my life story. I'll be finished with that in about 2 or 3 months. I'll be finished with my life story. All I'm doing is memorizing and putting my life story in chronological order right now. Yeah, I got the book cover idea already and putting it in chronological order. Once I put it in chronological order, I got to go back to the beginning and commentate, right? Because every level of the book got something to do with the history. So if you don't know my life story from the beginning, when it gets to the most climatic part of the book, it won't make no sense to you. See what I'm saying? So you got to know my life story so that it all makes sense when it gets to the meat of the book. So it's heavy. It's definitely gonna fly, and I'll be everywhere. I'll be all over the country. So I'm not doing enemies. So if you're an enemy, I can't do enemies because I can't afford you to come to my book signings and stuff with no ghetto street stuff. You got to come respectful, and we trying to do business and set an example for the black community. You know what I'm saying? So if you somebody like the beef and stuff like that, stay away from the book signing. Don't bring that ghetto stuff to the book signing. Stay away from the book signing so everybody else can enjoy themselves. If you just hell bent on just tripping, catch me around that town or something when it ain't the book signing, so we could just handle that without everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not no send off, so don't try to come put me in no situation like the brother, the comedian brother that got unalived, that situation where he was acting a fool. Reggie Carroll. I told y'all he was acting a fool. I told you now it's all coming out. I told you he was out of line. I knew it right off the top. That man didn't shoot him for nothing. He was tripping. I'd be outside. I know Reggie's character right off the top. People act like I ain't know what I was looking at. Listen, man, we from the hood. We know every black man's personality. We could tell you a problem person quick if you really been outside like that. You know a problem when you see one. You could see what Reggie was on. Rest in peace to him, but you could see what he was on. I know me and him can't be in the same room no long time like that with him. He'll get hurt. Like he got hurt. But ain't nobody playing with you, funny man. You know, but that's another story. Cock, kiki. Like we all, like everybody ain't, everybody ain't doing jokes. You know what I'm saying? That's another story. I ain't gonna even talk about that. I'm gonna just let that go. That's why I say I don't do gossip. Not only do I not do gossip, certain stories I just avoid. I could do it for content. I could put his name and the dude's name in the title and get a whole bunch of views off of that. I don't be getting no respect for passing up views. I be passing up views. It's a whole bunch of people I could put their name in there. I could have got 50. I could have got 50 to 100,000 views off of Sarah Seti. I just didn't want to do him like that. I could have got 100,000 views off of dude. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no match with me like that. I just got made my point and let it go. He not no match for me on social media. He not no match for me outside. He not no match for me. He a revolutionary. I got PTSD for real. You know what I mean? No, you'll just be SETI. Because I knocked the Sarah off you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really the one like that, little boy. You know what I mean? He would have been working under me. He would have not been working on my level with the guys at the top. He would have been, you know what I'm saying? He would have been at the lower level. Let's just say like that. He wouldn't have been up there with them cartels like your boy Pharaoh. You know, he wouldn't have been up there with the cartels. Nah, he would have been getting work from me. That's a whole nother story. So, the gossip ain't no good. The beefing ain't no good. Back and forth and back and forth. We grown men. If you and the brother get into it on social media, he say a video, you make a video, and it's over. No. Now it's getting gossipy because now you got to say, then when you said this, and then when you said that, then when you did this and that, see, Now you're not dealing with the point. Now you're dealing with gossip. I'm not finna do all that. I'm not finna do all that. I don't do gossip. I don't like gossip. You know, it's not healthy. It's not productive, and it's a lack of opportunity to have a decent conversation. You know, when you get a chance to talk to each other, have a decent, fulfilling conversation. Not no wasted time with each other. This is one reason in the black community our business ain't no good because we don't never be talking about no type of business. I get frustrated. That's why I don't like gatherings. I don't like black gatherings because I be with around a lot of people from a lot of cultures and everybody else culture. Everything they do is money. A birthday party be money. A wedding be money. Funeral be money. Everywhere they go, they end up talking about money. Everybody in there get money. The black community, the only one that when you get around people, it ain't no money. Ain't no money. Ain't no envelopes. Ain't no money. Ain't no bosses there. In the black community, there's like this one family, they make all the money. Oh, yeah, that's my cousin John and them. They make a lot of money. It's like one, when you go into black reunions and stuff like that, it's like it's the one or two of them making a lot of money and everybody else just normal. But when you go to other cultures, they all making money together. They all doing business together. A whole bunch of them work for their uncle's construction company. A whole bunch of them work at their uncle's property, managing his properties and his real estate company. You know, you go to their dinners, if it's 15 of them there, 8 of them work for the uncle's real estate company. For real. We don't got that. We don't have that. And they don't, you know, the person at the top in these other cultures is the business king and the family king, and everybody work under that corporation. So because they do a lot of corporate work and a lot of business, they can't have beef because beef gonna be in the workplace. So when they come to let's say it's the great uncle and one of his sons run the realty company and the son have to discipline one of the nieces for missing work or whatever, and it started a beef between the niece and the son that run the place. That when they have their family like Thanksgiving, that get taken care of there. The big one that got all the money that's funding this, he fixes that. And the person that's always in trouble is the underling. The niece got to get it together or get the hell out the family business, period. She got to work it out with the boss that run it, with his son. The niece gotta work it out with her boss, which is the big guy of the family's son, or she's out of there. And with them, if you out of there, you might not be invited back to none of the family functions. They don't play. You understand? If you out of there, you might be really out of there. If they sons go and get on substances, they'll try to clean them up. And they'll tell them, this is the last time, Timothy. Have Timothy, they'll go and the neighbors will say, how's Timothy doing? They say he's going to rehab. He's doing better. The neighbors will hope for him. But if Timothy fall off again and become an embarrassment for the family, he's out of there. Don't you ever come back to this house. That's how they get out. That's why you see them white dudes out here homeless like that. A lot of their family got money. They can't go back. They're not ruining their business for nothing. The money that sustains their families for generations, they're not letting you mess that up. Mm-mm. You gotta work together. It's not like the black family, nobody get along. In the black family, when you marry a woman, typically you gotta stay away from her family because her family's a bunch of haters. Real talk. And then they looking at you crazy because you don't want her and you don't want them around a lot because they don't bring nothing to the table but hate, gossip, and disruption. So who in the hell want to be around your man's family or your woman's family and they ain't nothing but a bunch of troublemakers and they all hate each other? And you trying to raise some new kids to bring them up with a new concept, right? But your woman's family is trash and always arguing and fighting. And now your children got to see that. And now they cousins is weirdos. And you almost can't start a new family, a prosperous family, because you keep messing with the losers in the family. You know, if some of y'all, if you want to be successful and you got children and you trying to build a legacy, you got to cut family off if they're not going to encourage your kids to build no legacy. Facts. They got to go. Because you can't build no legacy going around a bunch of people that's always a bunch of what my parents used to call rigmarole and a whole bunch of who shot Johns, my grandmama used to call it. That's what they call gossip back in the day, a bunch of who shot John. That means you come around, I think Kenny shot John. I heard it was Raymond shot him. Yeah, he got shot down there. They call that a whole bunch of who shot John. That's what your great grandparents and great, if you think I'm lying, if you got older people in your family, my age 60, say, man, I'm watching this dude named Pharaoh. He said, y'all used to say a whole bunch of who shot John. And they go like, yup. Yup. That means a bunch of nonsense gossip. Who did what and who did this and who did that. You know what I'm saying? And if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. DJ Quick made a cold song when he made that. Avoid that. Focus on you. Focus on you. No gossip. Focus on yourself. And mind your business. Mind your business. Now, let me explain something to you. People don't understand what mind your business means. They think mind your business means stay out of everybody else's problems and stuff. It does mean that, but it has another meaning. What is a business? A business is like you got a store. How do you mind your business? By focusing on your store. By focusing on your clothing line. Mind your what? Your business. But see, they don't want to teach foundational Black Americans. They don't want to teach out what mind your business really means. So if you're minding your business, you don't got time for that. What time, if you get off work and you got a shoe store and you in there all day managing selling shoes, when you go home, guess what you got to do a lot of times? You got to eat, spend time with your mate a little bit, and you got to go in your little home office and order more shoes to come down there to that store. Because if you're real busy that day, you don't have time to get on the internet and order more stock. So a lot of times you run a business, you work longer than 8 hours because you got to work there at the business and you might not have time to work on the business while you're working at the business. So now when you get home, now you got to work on the business. You might be updating a signs that you want to order put in there. You might be updating stock. So you're going to really be putting in some work. You're not going to do 8 hours. You're going to do 10 hours. You might not do that many hours because a lot of times stores don't be open 8 hours. So your store might open at 11, close at 6. You might close at 9. If you close at 9, that'll be 8 hours. But if you open at 11 and you close at 9, you're most likely going to be up at 8 or 7 ordering stock before you even get there, depending on how much you're going to do there if you got time to do it while you're there. But sometimes businesses, you're so busy dealing with the business at hand that you're really running two aspects of the business, getting the stock, paying the bills and stuff, and running the business. So you got to be willing to put in a good, just on the work, you got to be willing to put in 10 to 12 hours a day. At least 4 days a week. You don't have to do it 5 days. Maybe you might be able to get away with 2 days. You might the most 4 days. But you're going to have to do 12 hours some days. You ain't going to be able to do, that's why some people prefer to just have a job where you can go put in your 8 hours and go home. When you run a business, you can't put in your 8 hours and go home. You got to work until the work is done. Period. You can't wait. You can't come back and do it tomorrow. That order got to be in today. Especially if you need to get it by Wednesday. And if you got to have this order in Wednesday, and the latest you can order it is Monday, you're trying to order Saturday. But if you miss Saturday, you got to order Monday. So mind your business is deeper than what people think. But it makes a lot of sense because if you're doing a lot of gossip, you ain't got no business. That's why it goes to another Black saying that Black women came up with in the 2000s. You need to get you some business. The Black woman be coming up with some fire sayings. The Black woman came up with, you better get you some business. So get out of everybody else's business and what? You better get you some business, which is another great saying. You better get you some business because if you in everybody else's business, it's obvious you ain't got no business. Because if you had some business, you wouldn't have time for everybody else's business. You wouldn't have time. You wouldn't have time if you had you some business, if you was taking care of business, which is a great song. Taking care of business every day, taking care of business. That's a cold song right there. I love that song. You better take care of some business and get you some business and mind your business and stop gossiping. Stop gossiping and focus on you, right? Now, ladies, don't forget to send in those pretty pictures, okay? Send in those pretty pictures so we can extend our presentation for you beautiful ladies. Send them to Pharaoh El-Aton at yahoo.com. And shout out to the young queen that just recently sent another picture. Check it out. And y'all support the movement. We're going to highlight the ladies, all right? Check it out, and then we'll end this conversation. So yeah, ladies, send in your pretty pictures. We just added a new one. Hopefully we get to add 4 or 5 more this week. Send them to PharaohElAton at yahoo.com. We trying to show a little love to the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Show some little respect to the ladies. So, we don't want this to be too male top heavy, I mean. So we want to, I want to show the ladies some love. We need to put more positive vibe out there for women in the world. They depend on us men to protect them, to be security, to look out for them, to marry them, to be good brothers and uncles and fathers and grandfathers and sons. So let's show some love to the ladies. Send in your pictures, lady. And y'all stay positive all the time, all right? Victory.